I'm live on Facebook. Ta-da! All right. I think I did all the things. Hello. Happy post San Diego Comic-Con. I finally feel rested. Yeah, I was tasked with drawing something that is not grump related, so I figured let me get some practice going and just doing some fun little doodles. And if you guys want to chime in, that'll be fun. But yeah, I got these sketches to do. I have this device thing that I've already messed up, I think, and it's like I'm already kind of annoyed because I have some screen tearing going on, which is a new thing. So if anybody is smarter than me can chime in on if it needs to be fixed. Maybe it's fine for you guys and it's just for me. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna doodle a little bit, and if you have anything to say about it, feel free. Good morning, Mark. Thank you for all the delicious treats. Oh my goodness, my pants are not going to fit me anymore. But Mark sent us a bunch of goodies from Australia. My favorites were, well, everybody likes Tim Tams, right? So the Tim Tams, and these things are mint slices, and they're kind of like jumbo thin mints or Keebler's grasshopper cookies, but they're so much better. So I had a lot of fun eating those. But thank you so much, Mark. Those are awesome. Not seeing screen tearing here. Okay, good. So it's just to get under my skin, I guess. Yeah, they're a good snack. I don't see, maybe I haven't been streaming since I got Cyberpunk, but I've been super excited because I've been playing Cyberpunk on our big TV and using an HDMI cable to connect it to my computer and using the peripherals via Bluetooth. And everything was fine until it's not fine. And then there's like weird things, screen tearing or weird aspect ratio stuff. And I thought I had it all ironed out, but I guess it's always a surprise. Yeah, all right. Well, then let me keep doodling. Hope you're having a good day at work, Mark. I know it's like it's your first thing in the morning, isn't it? Could be GPU having issues, that or your RAM. Check system resources and what's being utilized while you stream. It should be fine. I have like 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM. I got a 3090 that should have VSync on, and nothing really is running. I just messed up something somewhere. Maybe the computer was like, oh, I don't know what you want anymore because you're always changing displays. I don't know. But if it's fine for you, then I'll just work with it. As long as Cyberpunk works, I'm fine. That's a good game. You know what? It just got good and everybody is already over it. And it's too bad because I think, so I just started playing it, but I really like it. So it's not for children, but it's really good. All right, so let's see. I got stuff in my way. Got a camera in my face. And all right, here we go. I can minimize that because that's working. All right. Mark is having a great day so far. Pranking a fellow manager for his first year anniversary. I've edited our call dashboard in Microsoft Paint to make it look like his team is failing and they are getting heaps of calls. Oh, that's just diabolical. I saw Mark sent me a picture of this cool collection he has, and in the background there was his work chat. And I was, because he sent it, right? I zoomed in to read the subjects, and they were like Jeopardy, what do you call it, categories? One of them was middle AF. I was joking, and that's where the Daily Double was hiding. Hi, Nicole. How you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Did you get all your goodies? Nicole got a grump book, so I'm super excited about it. All right. So the first thing, just for funsies, that I was drawing was this little kind of detective boy. Figured to put him in a Sherlock hat. He's taking notes. And yeah, that was just, I'm working on other stuff. Like I said, I've been doing grump stuff, so everybody has a blocky head, so I'm trying to force myself into different head shapes. It should be kind of interesting to, let's see, I'm going to start this one over. Yeah, Mark agrees. Metal AF and Out of Context as Jeopardy categories. Those were a couple of my favorites. Nicole says, no, I'm waiting for my stuff to be delivered. I'm pouting. Lol. That's not lol, that's pout. Ah, well, hang tight. It's on its way. It'll be glorious. I hope. So I keep doing round head shapes. I'm trying to force myself to do an angular one. So maybe I'll just do like super angular just to make it just a little exaggerated, because then I'll end up homogenizing it into something more realistic. So start crazy. See. Mark says, ah, Nicole, much love, Hermana. Come chat in Twitch. I can't see your message. Oh, yeah. I got Restream has them, both my Facebook and Twitch comments combined, so I get to see everybody. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So if he's going to be a super, I don't know, let's just get crazy. Get crazy and then try to reel it in into something more realistic, but I just keep doing the same thing, so I'm going to force myself to do something weird. So triangle, what kind of hair do triangle men have? I don't know. Not terribly interesting, but maybe it's a start. My goodies. There we go. Oh, Mark has more information about his mail. Out of Context is a channel we screenshot customer or staff message comments without identifying who said what. It's hilarious, I bet. Inappropriate, but okay, because we don't put people's names to stuff. Yeah, that could be funny under any circumstance, out of context. Nicole says, well, it says it should be here tomorrow, but the wait. I hope so. If it's they've been pretty good about getting their delivery dates correct. I haven't had any bad things happen lately. Oh, knock on wood. He's giving weird eyes. He's fretting. So Comic-Con was, what, a couple weeks ago now? Time is escaping me. But I'm really relieved that we had a good convention, first of all, and also we didn't get the COVID, which is amazing because we were around people who had it. Maybe we're just have the right amount of shots and antibodies in us. We got to avoid it, but that's good. The only cool stuff that somebody dropped by my table. Once in a while, you'll be in Artist Alley and some people are trying to get a brand off and running, so they'll maybe drop off a couple of sample products for the artists in Artist Alley to try out and maybe post about. They didn't give this to me. Apparently, I didn't make the cut, but my friend got them and he didn't want them, so he gave them to me. But they're new markers. I don't know how new they are. They're new to me. They're called Olo or something. And what they are is like these double-sided marker barrels. So you can separate them and you can get two different colors and two different like tips. And they claim that each side is, I think each side is twice as much marker juice as Copic. Something like that. They say that they have more, but the thing is, with Copic, you get one refill and you just keep filling up the same marker with it. With these, you actually just toss the cartridge and buy a new cartridge. So there'll be some more plastic waste if you're concerned about that. But there's enough juice to be worth it. See, but then when you hold it, it kind of separates and stuff. I don't know about these things. And just like Copic, you can get different nibs for the top. I don't know. It's something. Oh, and if you're traveling and you only use a couple colors, you can just put different colors instead of having the same color with different nibs. I don't know. It's easy to like something that's given to you for free, but if you're paying your money for it, I don't know how much those things will start to irk you. It just, you know, it's a marker. I don't know what else to say. Look, you see, it just went crazy again. I don't think I like that. Yeah, they gave me these bubblegum colors, so have at it. It's like, all right, if you need something pink and yellow, I'm on it. All right, so let's get back to Triangle Man. It's time to upgrade on the eraser, because this is not good. All right, let's see what I can do with these eyeballs. Bubblegum colors. Yeah, says Mark. It's a thing. I didn't do much walking around at Comic-Con. I signed with Joe Benitez and the Lady Mechanica crew. I'm coloring Lady Mechanica, so that was fun. Then I had a panel, which we talked about inking, coloring, and lettering. So I like that one. That's the girl who runs it, Jessica. She always puts a good panel together, and we get to just talk about the industry and what we do in it. Since usually people focus on the writers and the pencilers of a comic book, so she'll focus on the unsung, or who could be the unsung heroes at times. Mork asks, what was the first comic you ever read cover to cover? Was it a gift, someone else's, or an inspired purchase? I don't know what the first one was, but I definitely have the most memorable one, and it was Watchmen. And it was Joel's book, and I was sitting on, the movie was going to come out, and sometimes if I'm able to, I like to read the book before the movie comes out. I did that with Lord of the Rings, which was, that's a lot of reading, and the books were always better, right? But anyway, I wanted to do that with the Watchmen too, and it was really good surprise. I mean, it's like super famously good, but yeah, and it was interesting because we went to see the movie, and afterwards people were talking about the part in the Watchmen where it was about the pirates and being shipwrecked or something, and I can't remember exactly, but they were complaining about it, saying it was like out of context to one of Mork's signature categories in his mail. But it seemed very much like purposeful to kind of have a finger on the pulse of what the neighborhood was feeling at the time. That's what I took from it anyway. But it wasn't the first comic I read, but it's the most memorable, and I liked it. I liked when Mr. Manhattan, is that who he was? He was sitting on that planet, and he was saying something. He was going through these time jumps, and he had like this picture, and he's like, the picture, the photo is in my hand. It's on the ground. It's in my hand. And it was just so like, this guy, he's like, he's got all the time in the world, and it just seems so miserable and hopeless. Yeah, it wasn't my first, but that was the most memorable. Wow, that's a good pick. Watchmen is so gritty. Yeah, I liked that a lot. We have so many books. Joel has good taste, and they're just here for the picking. It's just a matter of time at this point. Yeah, I liked it. Mark, do you have a first book that you remember reading? This character is going to become more and more deranged as I go. Give him like eyes. So if I give him those kind of eyes, let me give him like a wavy mouth. Let's see. I guess it's like a technical calamity week for me because I just, during Comic-Con, I had to return my nice light that usually gives like the overblown color over the top here. It had a weird not dead pixely thing, like one of the RGB light modules, it didn't, like the green I guess burned out. When you change the panel to show all green, that little light was dark, and everything else it just turned a weird color. But Aperture replaced it. You know, I had to pay $11 to send it back to them, but they gave me another one just without having to pay beyond that. So that was good. So that was technical problem one. Now my beloved folded phone has like this screen, let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It has, oh, it's all gross. Hold on. All right. Well, you can see the fold and you probably won't be able to see, but there's like this tiny little, it just looks like a little imperfection, but it's the teeniest of little cracks that's happening in the outer screen protector screen. And I was calling around to service repair centers since it's under warranty. And the service repair center, they were saying, well, call back next week. We might have a part in. So I called back next week, which was this week. Call back next week. We might have the part in. And I called other places. And finally I was like, well, what's going on? Is there a shortage here? It turns out these people, they don't want to fix it. They don't like to deal with Samsung's, they don't want to have to wait for Samsung to reimburse them for a repair that was covered under warranty. So they just say, oh, we don't have the part. Try back again. So that was annoying. But so I'm going to have to send my phone back to Samsung so they can put a new screen protector on it. And my husband, Joel, he says, oh, that's what happens when you want to be on the cutting edge. You get to have the cutting edge problems. I'm like, oh, awesome. But yeah, luckily I have my old phone still and I can just put the SIM card in there. But yeah, technology is fighting me once again. Nicole says, heh, Triangle Man needs coffee. Here, put a little coffee thought balloon here. Oh, please. Oh, it's the best coffee mug ever. Mork has a book, a hot book recommendation. Hold on. I'm struggling over a cup of coffee. Mork turned me on to Duolingo app. So that's un taza de café? Yeah, I think so. Okay, Mork's book that I asked him about. Prophet number 1. At the time, Image was really cheap and I got a bunch of Prophet books for Christmas. One of my other brothers got Youngblood. It was a hell of an experience because I only knew of Batman and X-Men through cartoons and TV shows at the time. So you like expanded your comic horizon pretty well on those couple of books. That's really cool. And Mark says, wow, that story reminds me of working at a phone store. So much cutting edge problems for customers. Well, it's not going to be that big a deal, I guess, in the long run. Nicole says, isn't technology supposed to make things easier? So they say, right? No, it's a push and pull. They drag you all the way to by the time it's easy, it's old tech and obsolete. If it worked, they would stop serving it so you could buy the new one. That doesn't work. James Lee Stone is here. Hello. James has a Twitch account too where he streams some cool drawings. How you doing? It's good to see you. Mork says, una taza de café. Excelente, hermana. I'm trying. I'm in the Sapphire League. Oh my gosh, doesn't that not matter at all? But they got me. Mork says, oh, James Lee Song. Hi, yeah. Hello, everybody. All right, I'm going to try. I think we're played out on the Triangle Man. I think I feel bad for him. I want to do a happier person. Okay. Let's see. New page.
You can share Michael Mullet's story about getting.
I'm not good with recalling stories. Joel is asking me to tell somebody else's story, and I'm like, I'm not good at retelling the stories.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh, Mork is celebrating my sapphire status in Duolingo. All right, let's see. If you guys have any questions about the con and drawing, I don't mean to just like chat it up with, silly stuff. You can ask me stuff too, but I enjoy listening to you. It's like good company. All right, happy person. Let's do a starstruck kind of kid. Let's see. Big round face, because why not? And the first thing I want to do is put square eye or like little grump eyes on it. So it's a habit I need to break. I'm already making it look crazy. James Lee Stone says, have Joel get on cam and tell a story. Huh? He's hiding over there. He's my tech helper for chat and stuff. And if things go really sideways. Yeah. Mikhail Milton is here again. New page. Michael. I think I did that last time. I was getting fancy with your name, and it's Michael. James says, because why not? The artist's best friend. Oh, Mark, who were your favorite cosplays at SDCC, and how much would you lose your mind to see someone cosplay as Graham? Oh my gosh. Somebody went to her name. I'm so bad with names. I know her name. She came to and I've reposted her stuff on Grump's Gallimaufry, which is Grump's fan page on Facebook. She came dressed as Periwinkle, as Periwinkle's mariachi outfit. I was like intimidated when I saw her. First of all, she was like, I don't know, 6 feet tall with the head on. But it's such a cool feeling. I didn't even know how to describe it. I did a little interview of her, and she liked how Periwinkle was, she was a fighter and a protector. But it's like, the only other time I felt like that was someone posted a picture of they got a tattoo of something I designed. It was a band tattoo, so they liked the band. They didn't like my art, but whatever. Still, it counts, right? But she made the coolest costume of Periwinkle, and I was starstruck and intimidated because she was just like, "Oh, Periwinkle, don't beat me up." But that was really cool. I would be equally as honored if that happened with Grump. Favorite cosplay? You know what happens when I see cosplayers? And okay, who does it the most? I think it's Wally, he'll come around, and it's obviously somebody is behind him with a little remote control. But I get like weird about it because that's one of my favorite movies, and Wally comes rolling around, and I'm like, oh my gosh, be cool, there he is. It's so silly. But I get super excited too when and this probably diminishes my other excitement, but when we're driving down the road and then there's a dancing Subway sandwich man. I don't know. I love a costume character, and I get all weird about it. Like, oh, look at him go. So I like all that stuff. Oh, there she is, Deborah Pritchett Ward. Yes. Deborah is, she's commenting on Facebook right now. She's the Periwinkle cosplayer, and she did a really cool Lady Mechanica. It was that Aztec warrior crazy woman who had her kids killed, and she had to go all vengeful on everybody else. She looked fantastic. Deborah Pritchett Ward, thank you so much for showing up. I'm here, Periwinkle alter ego. Yeah, that's Deborah. Deborah says, I wouldn't hurt you. I know, but you looked so fantastic. I just didn't know what to do with myself. Nicole says, baloney, they had to have liked your art, not just the band. You know what? I think so. Yeah. It was, okay, I'll tell you. It was Kings of Leon. It was when they were good. And they had a t-shirt contest. So I did this design for a t-shirt and totally lost the t-shirt contest. But like, I think it was 3 people got that tattooed on themselves. They sent me pictures. One I just found randomly. So I think that was way better. I feel like you put it on your skin permanently. That's a win in my book. La Damaged Muerte, working on Mistress Grimm. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. Are you going to Long Beach Comic Con? I'm going to Long Beach, and I'm doing a San Diego Tribune book fair and a bookstore signing coming up. Mark says you need a Cosmo. I'll send you info. I'll take the info. When Kings of Leon were good, yeah, it pains me to say, but those first 2 albums were fantastic. And then the third one was like, oh, okay, I see where you're going. And then the fourth one was like, yeah. And then after that, I just stopped. They were one of those bands that didn't leave my, what at the time it was a disc player, but I listened to them constantly. And I also listened to Arctic Monkeys and Gorillaz, which I'm still listening to constantly. Tattoo equals permanent t-shirt. Yeah, yeah. Mark likes the way James thinks. It was kind of an honor, which seems silly to say, but I'm giving this guy grump eyes already. It was a really nice experience. If someone tattooed grump on them, I would lose my mind. I'd probably cry or something silly. Or I would just be like, oh, that's cool. Like trying to hold it in. And then excuse myself to the bathroom, like, it's the greatest day ever. I'm weird like that. I don't know. Hopefully I would be able to express my appreciation without dissolving into a heap. Oh, this is going to be the creepiest enthusiastic kid. It's like the children of the Upside Down or something. Oh, speaking of Upside Down, I got something. Let me show you since I've just mentioned it. Marx has seen Arctic Monkeys a few times way back when. I'm jealous. When is Long Beach? I fixed Periwinkle. She wants to go out again. Long Beach, let me see. Can I pull that up without like destroying everything? It is September 3rd and 4th. I will be there and it will be fantastic. Cosplayer as Grump outside, well done inside. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I would be silly about it. Okay. Since I have a couple of things coming up, I had to temporarily retire Grump's custom San Diego Comic-Con t-shirt. And I found, or I had custom made this little t-shirt. Hold on. Are you okay? Here he is. Dun, da, da, da. Oh my goodness. There he is. And that's what he's going to be sporting for the upcoming events. My mom was like, oh, another outfit? She doesn't. It's not the grandson I wanted. That's the one you get. Oh, he's delightful. Look at that. Yeah. Chris Cox with the heart. How you doing? What did I miss somebody? No, I got everything. Yeah, I'm excited about the upcoming events. Spread the grumpiness. All right, I'm just gonna go with this weird face and leave it weird because that's a little more interesting. Chris is doing okay. Good. got my merch in the mail. Yay! Chris, or yeah, Chris was another person who got some, Chris was an early supporter for Grump in the Kickstarter days. And he just gets a book. Of course you get a book. He ordered the almond milk pin, but yeah, I hope everything got to you safely. I tried to pack it as good as possible. Oh, my mom is here. Margaret Aragon Diaz. I love watching you create. Grump has so many great clothes. Did you just hear me? Pins and bookmarks and stickers. Oh my, that's just what I sent to. Don't make me laugh. No. Joel is like laughing at me right now. Chris says, yes, all safe. Hey, more Twitch peeps. Are people coming up on Twitch? Yay. My mom says, yes. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, am I wrong or am I wrong? I think I was accurate with that. Yeah, all right, let me finish reading or drawing this silly little thing. Well, I'm really super glad that everybody's here. It makes it a lot more fun. Oh, I was hoping there was this girl who I met her earlier, but I was reintroduced to her at San Diego Comic-Con, and she was working with the Benitez production booth, and she wants to be a colorist. And I was hoping that she'd come around and ask some questions and just be part of the group. And I hope she sees this later on. She's always welcome to come and ask some questions. Is my mom saying something embarrassing? Or are you just laughing? Hey, Beth's mom. Everyone's saying hi to my mom. Yeah. Talking behind mom's back. Mom appears. Beth turns 8 years old again. It's 9 years old. And yes, you were absolutely right. Yeah, so good luck to me trying to draw something right now. Yeah. All right. Creepy kid being starstruck. Perfect. I'll give him little buck teeths because they're cute. All right. Okay, my brother Adam Diaz is saying hi, Mom. It's like a mini reunion. Everybody's saying hi to my mom, Nicole Rogers. Uh-oh, Mark has a question for my mom. Beth's mom question. What is your favorite piece of art that Beth has made? And is it stuck on the fridge at home? Mom? Feel free. I know there's this, I don't know if I dictated a poem in kindergarten or preschool to one of the teachers there, and she likes to talk about that one. Something about daisies dancing in the wind. All right. I'm waiting with everybody else to hear what she has to say. I want to know. You know what? She's typing something and then deleting it and typing it because she wants to make it perfect. So we'll just wait for it to happen. All right. Here's this weird kid. All right. Supposed to be starstruck, but he just looks deranged. So my question to you, what kind of hair do you see this kid having? I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl, but I'm taking hair suggestions. Kat says, hey Beth, what are you drawing? I don't know. I'm drawing, it was supposed to be a starstruck kid. Then my mom shows up and then I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So it's just a really weird looking kid. Mohawk, says James. All right, Mohawk it is. Let's see. So, if I want it to go properly behind his head, let's see. And like the shavy parts right here. And then like a little split in it. Mork says big punk spikes in green. I could do that. My mom says I love her character of herself that she did in high school. I've saved all of her early works from kindergarten on. Deborah Pritchett says Ghost Rider hair. Ooh. Haha, classic mom. Typing, deleting, typing, and deleting. A la gorillas kind of style. That sounds awesome, Mark. Neon green hair. Yeah, I got some green. I could do that. Looks like a Yondu hairdo there. Big metal mohawk. Yeah, everyone's on board with the mohawk. And then a couple of greens, so green mohawk. And Nicole says hi to Cat. All right, mohawk. Have any of you guys actually sported a mohawk? Do you need a special super stiff hairspray or like glue or something to make it stick? I see people do it and it's, I don't know, if they could do that, if they can make their hair do that, how come I can't keep mine from just frizzing? I need what they're on. Bill Paxton and Terminator mohawk. Yeah, gel or glue for the mohawk. Chris, did you have a mohawk? Oh, that's a picture I'd like to see. The most starstruck baby punk. Should be right there, kind of. Imperfect, but you get the gist. All right, let me fix this. That's better. Chris says, not for very long, and I hope there are no pictures. Wow, that would have been awesome. I had the classic, late 80s, early 90s spray poof bang kind of thing in high school. So I can't laugh at anybody who tried something different. Mom, no pictures. Don't put pictures on Facebook, Mom. Mom, no. Thank you. And Mark says, different hair products for different types of hair and hair problems. Oil, wax, shampoo, conditioner, balm. Have a chat to a local hairdresser supplies. Worky person there. My best friends with my beard. Yeah, Mark has like an epic beard that he's taking good care of. Kat says the wave. Oh my god, I had this bangs in high school. Oh, you had the one that it went straight up and then it curled back? That was a good one. I had a friend named Starla, and she did the whole straight up and curled it, and it like fanned out. It was just glorious. But then the back, nothing, just straight flat hair. It was all just like a facade. James says, my mom styled my brothers and I with bowl cuts and rat tails. 80s baby, says Cat England. Yeah. You know, we all have those pictures. And it's cool when it's of a different era of your own, when you're looking at somebody's pictures from the 60s and they have their bouffants and whatnot, and you think, oh, that looks so nice, and they hate it because it's not the style anymore. Hopefully, I don't think anybody is going to say that about those styles that we did in the late 80s, early 90s, though. They're just not attractive. They don't have a good shape to them. It was just all like the front.
Don Winshaw says, hey, made it. Hope your SDCC was great.
It was. Hi, Don Nguyen says, hey, made it in. Hope your SDCC was great. Don, I think he was behind me in Artist Alley. I hope yours went really well too. And I hope you didn't get sick. Miraculously, neither of us got the COVID. But yeah, Don was really cool about, he put out a little blast of people to visit at Comic-Con, and I really appreciated that. Thank you, Don. I hope you had a really good show. And Mork's like, rat tails, classic 90s kids haircut. When I had a rat's tail, I also had checkers shaved into the side of my head. What a wild time to be alive. You and Cyndi Lauper, I could go with that. And James also had the shaved on the sides and back and long on top. Not a great look for me. Nah, don't worry about it. You're an artist, so you're allowed, right? You have to try it. All right, I'm going to try to break up some of this mohawky so it's not just some weird disc shape thing coming out of his head. Shark fin, whatever. Sometimes there are men who have mohawks and it has this peculiar, like, thin spot right there. It's like, oh, I see what's happening. But you know what? Just rock it on. Keep doing what you need to do. You have fun with it, because what else are you going to do? All right, and I just made his hair weird. Don Wynn says his Comic-Con was great and managed to escape a third time. Wish me luck. Don, are you saying you had COVID twice already? Oh my gosh. Wish me luck at C2E2. Is that Joel in the background? Yeah, he's over there laughing at me. He's there. And Mark says, I was born in the 80s, so if I think about it, I would have had mine late 80s into the early 90s before I grew my hair out. I think he's talking about rat tails. That didn't last long before I just adopted and stuck with the shaved head. Yeah, the shaved head's good luck. It didn't used to be. I think it was seen as like a weird, you're crazy kind of thing in the 80s. Oh, there's this movie, Some Kind of Wonderful. And then there's these punks who are getting a lot of negative attention. Now they just look like regular guys, but before, people would, just the mere sight of them, there was like probably literal pearl clutching. Did I just hit my mic? Sorry. Literal pearl clutching. And they just look like regular guys now. So everything kind of mellows out. We go a little further, so then what we thought was crazy before, it just ends up being like, oh, he's doing that thing we know about. So maybe that makes it easier to try a different style, knowing that no one's going to care later on. James Lee Stone says, Joel's trying to get those Beth photos from your mom to share online. No, no. They're not that bad, but nobody needs to see that. He's laughing. Joel's laughing at me right now. Don says, hi, Joel. No came into close contact with 3 individuals that had it. One at Heroes and one my good friend, and then at SDCC. Yeah, the COVID. Joel says, Don, you're a lucky ducky. I don't, a couple of people we were in contact with too got it, and we were masked up most of the time. There were some dinners that we took it off, outdoor dinners, one indoor dinner, but we didn't go out, we didn't hang out late, didn't do much beyond a couple of publisher dinners. But that doesn't matter. You can get COVID from a publisher just the same. But we lucked out. We didn't catch it. Oh, my mom says they're so cute. She's talking about my pictures, I think. No. Well, you know what? This is what happens when you stream and your mom watches. Enjoy. Dawn says, yay, I think that we didn't get COVID. Hopefully not for awful pictures of me. You know what? I think I can color this sky a little bit, get his Mohawk green. Joel, can you hear me? Would you mind bringing me the COVID markers? The Copic markers? That's a new brand. Pixar didn't have... Oh, I'll take both. That's fine. Thank you very much. You guys need to stop. I can't handle it. Lucky for you, no posting of pics in live stream. Oh my gosh, Nicole. Yes, yes. All right, I'm gonna open up some markers. Might be noisy. Can you see my I see screen tearing. I hope you guys don't. It's getting on my nerves. Copic COVID still contagious, says Chris Cox. Never have truer words been spoken. Kat says, hi Joel, support the boss lady, get her a drink. Slave, get fetch mate. No. I'm trapped here, like surrounded by lights and cameras, so he's just helping out. He cares about your enjoyment. He doesn't want me to stream an empty chair. All right, I'm looking for a good green. And it's not in the, I got the Blick ones. I don't know if Blick has refills, but they got markers. Mark says, no screen tearing, might even be your HDMI cable. My monitors are connected with DVI. Is that the term for the asymmetrical shaped plug? When I connect to my TV to play Cyberpunk, I use a long HDMI cable, and then my TV gets all happy because it's what, 4K 120 G-Sync, so it works fine. But I'm wondering if the back and forth, I'll shut everything down, and then when I'll replug my work monitors and I'll start the computer back up, and it seems to have worked out most of the kinks, except for today. I don't know why it's doing this. Blick does have refills. Saw them the other day. Thanks, Don. Mark says, the urge to own millions of Copics and then have sequential numbered ordering is real. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, and Chris can confirm this. Some of our colorist friends, they'll have like just big giant bins that I use to move actual stuff or store Christmas decorations, and they'll have those giant things filled with all the colors of the Copic, and I think it's too much for me. I just want a hint of Copic. I can't do the whole rainbow. All right, I got bright green, I got kind of grumpy green. I should just go this apple green. So those are the contenders, maybe with a little bit of shadowy, darker. Just go grassy green. Chris says, can confirm, yeah. Oh, Nicole, did I miss your question? I'm not an artist. Do Copics and such, are they alcohol markers? I have some alcohol markers for my crafting. Yes, the Copics, the Blick ones, and also these Olo ones, they're all alcohol based. I don't know why I stuck to alcohol based. I don't know, what is the other, pigment based? Oh, waterproof. That's probably an alcohol proof. I should get my facts in order. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, sorry about that. I missed that question. Chris says water based. Huh? I thought they're alcohol. All right, let's do this. Alcohol based, so they're water resistant. The other type is water based. Thank you very much. Yes, the pigment is water based. Got it. All right, let me, since this isn't for anything, I'm just gonna test these colors here. This is the, what do I got here? Apple. Oh, that's kind of dry. That's too bad. I don't think I have a refill for that one. Yellowish green. Juicy. A new, more different green. Juicy. Okay, these are contenders. This might be too grump colored. Oh, that's nice. All right, and then this. I got a pink light over here, so everything looks kind of weirdly desaturated. All right, those are all nice. Let's go for it. Well, whatever happens, happens. Green Mohawk. Chris Cox has a few of each for different situations. Yes, Copic is alcohol. Juicy yellowish green, says Mark. Yeah. That's one thing, to have all your set of markers and the colors you like, and then it's another area of storage to have the refills for that. And then Copic, reducing the size of their refills, tried to say, well, you know, maybe you don't need, like for colors that you don't use very often, you don't want a giant refill. I'm like, what? Why am I buying a refill for colors I don't use very often? Why would you say that? So, boo. James says, no Control Z in real life. I just do that in my head all the time. Like, I do a wrong line, and that's, yeah, that's too bad. I need more Control Z for everything. Oh, that's a bad outfit. All right. Let's see. What is this? Oh yeah, this one's good for the lightest green for just the little shavy parts. It's a fresh dye job, I guess. Give him now. There we go. All right. Let's give him some brown eyes. A little bit of skin color. Not really skin color, but maybe just like a warm gray, since I don't want it to be naturalistic kind of skin tone. They always look kind of weird and phony anyways to use the Copic skin tone. I mean, you know what? It's probably I'm just not using them correctly. But anyway, I prefer to just use a warm gray or something for a skin tone. Not even a skin tone, just a value. This is the weirdest little kid. All right. Just don't worry about it. I'm psyched to be here. And Nicole says, what did I miss from Nicole? Let's see. Oh boy, you guys, how do I even scroll down? Well, no, Dawn says, replying to Nicole Rogers, they're fun to mess with, but be sure to do a key. The quality of pigment varies vastly from Copic to off-brand. Rates of fading, they all fade, differ, as does oxidizing. Yeah, I was reading about how important it is when you get a marker commission to put it either out of the sunlight or have a UV glass over it, because they all fade pretty readily. Yeah, and making a color key is really good. I've got these other markers here. Can I even do this? Whoa. These are Sakura Koi brand, and their caps, Copic is pretty good about having the caps be a representation of the color that they are, but these are kind of like, yeah, you better be ready for a surprise. So these were actually, it was kind of necessary to make a color key, so you just kind of do little color swatches so you can see. I probably can't pull one out just right now, but Yeah, you'll look at some, this is supposed to be yellow-green. That's not what it looks like, but you can just look at this to kind of refer to what they're going to look like before you try and just kind of go for it and mess up a drawing. All right, this guy, what do I have here? Here, let me just do a little ink job here so he'll stand out a little bit. Then I can show you this gadget that I got. The other thing that was giving me a headache before I started here. I got from a couple recommendations. Nicole, wait, Mark says, Nicole, come get twitchy with your Sotelogrumps family. Yeah, Nicole made this. Oh, hold on. Look at this thing Nicole made and sent to me. Hashtag Sotelogrumps. That's me. Isn't that cool? Like, this is the best, you know, thing that someone just, here, you know what? Thinking of you. Here you go. I think that's so nice, and thank you so much. Chris says, cool. Happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say, says Mark. Okay, so let me get this. I'm missing some chat. You know, I'm really happy that so many people are chiming in, but it's like, I guess, a good problem to have. I'm missing some stuff. So thank you, I guess. Oh, that's really nice. All right. So this guy, he needs a little name. Nicole says, I gotta figure Twitch out, Mark. And Mark says, still waiting for my key tag to arrive. Long way from US to Australia. I can't wait for them to arrive. It was such a nice surprise. Thank you so much for that. The little star-struck punk rock kid with the little puffs plus nose. Maybe it's a band that he likes. Maybe it's Kings of Leon in 2003. No, he wouldn't be wearing spikes for that. Looks like grass. Grassy mohawk. That mohawk looks great, says Mark. Love that it's all faded and patchy. And Nicole confirms that the keychain is on its way to Mark. In honor of Bill Paxton, the only person to exist in the Terminator, Aliens, and Predator universe. Let's see. Whoops. He's got some bent spikes. He's out of time. That's okay. Billy is his name. I got it. In honor of Bill Paxton, the only person to exist in Terminator. Oh, wait. How do you say it? Tuyamas es Billy? Fantastic Spanish. All right. Well, that's as far as we'll get with Billy, probably. I did want to show you this new thing, and maybe you can remind me. I think maybe Mark or maybe it was Chris who told me about this thing to get, because I was having a little bit of like thumb pain from coloring, just repetitive, I don't know, stress, injury type of thing. So I finally, perfect Spanglish since James Lee Sonnet. So I got this thing. Here, I'll show you the box first, because why not? All right, this thing. Oh, that's too close. Tartarus Pro, whatever it is. It's like this behemoth of a thing. And I customized some buttons yesterday, and I was super excited about it. And I figured, well, I'm just gonna do a couple, like one row, because as soon as I started using it, it was it's just a lot to try to get going when you're so used to a keyboard. Tartarus says Mork and Marvel and Weird Science and Big Love. Oh, Bill Paxton, you're stewed, but what? Isn't that what he says? Yes, Beth, you got it. The Tartarus. The newfangled version of the Nostromo. I've heard that one mentioned too. I went with this one because my friend Michael, and I think it was Mork, who mentioned this one specifically, so I figured let's give it a try. And the thing, maybe this is what they all do. What I liked about it is you could program a key. Is it going to do something? I hope not. Anyway, you could program a key to do something on a soft press, and then when you press it all the way down, it does another action. So like you could do it soft copy cut, press it all the way down. I don't know. So I was worried that my hand was too small, but it's probably fine.
Cindy Aragon Bush said, enjoyed watching your drawing come to life.
Cindy Aragon Bush says she enjoyed watching your drawings come to life. That's another family member. Hi, Cindy. That's yeah, the Tartarus is the one I recommended. All right, so yeah, I have it. And then the thing is, everything wants you to sign in and like, oh, get a what do you call it, profile with us. So I attached it to my Google login. Yeah, Google login, and it pulled up a weird profile, so I deleted it, and now I have to reconfigure all my buttons again. So there, technology. That was like strike 3 for technology for the week. But I like it. I think it's comfortable, and it'll save my thumb from weird stresses. So I'm gonna make it a point to use this more before it turns into a deadline situation, and it hurts the deadline. Mark says family reunion. How lovely. Yeah, it is really nice. But oh, that was a lot. I'm super happy that you guys all came out to chat it up and made it go really fast and made it a lot of fun. Yeah, that was really cool. I wish I could have drawn some better stuff for you, but I think we had some fun along the way. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. And I'm going to be here again next week. And I'll probably maybe do some Photoshop or drawing. To let me know in Facebook or wherever other social media places you could find me, and let me know what you might like to see, and I will do that. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mark and Nicole, everybody who showed up today. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good one.